Alright, welcome everybody. We should be live and good to go. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay on YouTube. Again, if you're in the Telegram, please pull up our YouTube channel and have that in the background. Let's get our numbers up. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. That helps us get our algorithm out there to more people. And yeah, we're going to jump right in. So this is EMP.Money. This is our daily live AMA and Detonator rollover event. Today's going to be a little bit more laid back, and I might have to cut it a little bit short. I've been talking all day. We had a 2-hour AMA, an hour that was recorded, and another hour that was more conversation style. You can watch that video in our Telegram. And that was with the DGen protocol, a really great bunch of guys that are some crypto OGs that were really excited about the project. A lot of them have heard about EMP, but didn't really know how to dive in. So that AMA was really productive today. I know one of our members, Bull, spent a lot of time with them. So, Bull, you want to comment real fast before we jump in on how that AMA went?
My voice is a little raw because I actually just got off about 20 minutes ago or so.
Yeah, brother, totally.
But yeah, no, they like AJ said, super OG guys that really know their stuff. The community seems really tight, really open and honest. And so I think there's a lot of people over there that are really intrigued about like the community kind of centric project that's going on here at EMP, and I think there's going to be a lot of people that come over here and check it out because there was the EMP army was strong, and not just army members but community members of all type here were over there and doing just as much talking as I was. I got a big mouth, so yeah, I was doing a lot of talking. A lot of other people are contributing, making really solid kind of info here about EMP and what the community has to offer in the team and the project. And I think that everybody over there is really hyped up. And when I left, they were just kind of talking about it. So, if we see new people, always, it doesn't matter where they come from, of course, but always welcome them, help them, and just, reiterate that everybody that comes here, that it's win-win or lose-lose. So if they know those two options, I think everybody's going to choose win-win.
Absolutely, no doubt, Bull. And it was a great turnout. And we're ramping up our AMAs again in other groups. I know, again, everybody says one marketing, but the best kind of marketing is word of mouth advertising, and the AMAs really do an incredible job of that because, again, we get to interact with the community, we get to answer questions directly, and we have a lot more coming. Again, I talked about a lot of updates yesterday in the AMA. It's a long one, but it's worth going through and listening from yesterday. But we have a lot of publications that we're working on. Hopefully, Yahoo Finance, a lot of really amazing stuff that we've been working with our PR team to help us send out press releases and really get EMP the exposure it deserves. So, all right, let me pull up Detonator for those of you that are on YouTube and can see my screen. Give me one moment. All right, here she is. What a beauty, man. Detonator is just continuing to kill it. The entire crypto market is down today. Blood in the streets, but we're still crushing it. So eShares took a little bit of a hit, but again, nothing too crazy. We're still right around 40 million TVL, holding up just incredibly well with all things considered. And again, I mean, you know how it goes. The crypto, it can go up, it can go down, but over a long time horizon, it's up and to the right. So we're really excited with that. Detonator, again, is killing it. Those of you that might be new here, Detonator is a daily ROI contract where you're able to earn 365% on your deposits. Into Detonator, we're a very healthy pool balance of 38,506 LP. That's $3.6 million and continuing to grow. I think we're going to hit another all-time high today. We should, no doubt. So the snipe right now is 59 LP. I doubt that will hold up. Again, we give away 1% of our total prize pool, which is 385 LP, current value of $36,000. We give away that to one random lottery winner, and we also give that away to one the largest sniper of the day, or the largest deposit of the day. Again, right now that's a 59 LP. Yesterday, about 120 took it, 150 somewhere in there. So that was a really good deal for them. We'll see if that holds up today, or if there's some other big deposits. So, yeah, everything's looking really great. We have about 5 minutes left, and I can. Anybody have a question or comment real fast before we jump in and to do the lottery?
I think Charlie's got something to say.
All right, yeah, Bull, if you can help me let people raise their hands, that would be great. Go ahead, Charlie. You there?
And always just moving forward in terms of function. If you raise your hand, I will, I am going to unmute you, and then I will DM you to let you know, like, when you're up.
Yeah, thanks,
Can you
Bull.
guys hear me?
Yep, there he is. Charlie, what's up, my friend? Go ahead, brother.
I'm good. How are you? I
Good,
know you're
brother.
tired.
I am, man. I am. I'm beat today, bro. It's been a long day. So yeah, apologize for being tired. But yeah, brother, what's up, man?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Doing the work, to protect our little project, and let's hope it's more than a little one soon. And I just want to say thank you for what you're doing. I know it's a really, really busy time for you, and we all know that you're putting the work, even if we don't hear from you or stuff like that. So I just want to congratulate you for what you're doing, and thank you for what you're doing. Sorry. And yeah, just a little gratification for you. You deserve it, and we all know what you're doing with behind the scene, and same thing for Jake, of course. And yeah, just thank for that.
Yeah, absolutely, Charlie. No doubt, brother. It's a team effort, and we appreciate that. Jake has been busy as hell on our new Ethereum single staking contract. If you're in the VIP, you already know about what's coming, and it might be sold out, but we're gonna try to give everybody an opportunity to be involved. So yeah, he's been killing it with that. That's why he hasn't been that available. He is here. Hopefully, if any of you had any questions later on, he may be available. But so yeah, we're all here, and it's a team effort, brother. I mean, that's the beauty of this. You as well, Charlie. I mean, you and Red and Joe, you guys have been killing it over on Discord. For those of you that are here on Telegram, if you want to get a little bit more one-on-one attention, or you're overwhelmed by a lot of the chat in Telegram, Discord is a great option, and we have almost 3,000 members, maybe even be more now in Discord. So again, between the Telegram and Discord, we have like 7,000 members in EMP, which is pretty incredible. So yeah, man, thanks for all the hard work, Charlie.
Charlie's the librarian, just in case anybody was curious.
Yes, totally. I know that Couch Money said Telegram is the party area and Discord is the library, and I thought that was hilarious. So, but yeah, that's a great analogy. Again, we're all about analogies over here.
Kirk wants to say something that looks pretty quick here, so.
All right. Yep. Hey, Kurt, what's up, brother? Go ahead, my friend. We got 2 minutes, so you gotta make it quick. Oh, are you muted? Kurt, go ahead, man.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I was. I got a quick thing to say, and then I do have a question after the rollover.
All right, perfect.
Just wanted to let everybody know that as soon as the rollover happens, the 5-day challenge has been completed. We'll go through the process of selecting random winners and verifying their wallets, and get back to you as soon as we can with the $3,000 EMP winners.
Awesome. Thanks, Kurt. Yeah, you For those of you that don't know what he's talking about, we did a community-led. Again, the team had nothing to do with it, which was awesome. The community put together a no-sell EMP challenge, and if you didn't sell EMP for the last 5 days, you'll be eligible for I think it was like what 4,000 EMP somewhere in there. How much?
There are three $1,000 prizes, or 1,000 EMP prizes. Sorry.
Perfect. Amazing, man. Yeah, so that's great, guys. Again, that's just another way. We're always going to run little contests. We're working on another sponsor contest through the team as well. We'll have more info on that. Demi can talk about that in a minute here. And then we are also running a contest on Instagram as well. So again, just another way for all of us to give back and to help us get more exposure as well. So yeah, thanks for heading that up, Kurt. Lunas, one of our team members, he's in control of that reward wallet, so nobody has to worry about getting scammed. And those rewards will go out in the next 24 hours. So awesome. All right, guys, 1 minute here. Make sure you compound. Make sure you get ready. Make sure you have all your tickets. And good luck. I'm gonna do a 30-second countdown, and then hopefully one of you will celebrate with us as a new winner. So again, this is amazing. Happy to have you all here, and good luck. Already at 38,600 LP. Our LP's grown by about 400 just since we've been on the call. So all right, guys, here you go. 30 seconds. 25 seconds. 20 seconds. Let's see if the snipe holds up.
Ooh, compound just went through.
All right. 15 seconds. Make sure you're compounding last minute. And let's look out for the snipers. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Is 59 going to take it?
176.
179. Oh, 176 and then 179. Is 179 going to take it? Let's see. I think 179 is going to take it. There was it might have been a UI issue, blip, but I think there was a double snipe at the end. Somebody has the on-chain data. I'd love to hear what came in.
It was 171 and then 179.
Amazing. And boom, there we go. 39,111 LP. A new all-time high on the pool balance of Detonator. Again, we are just crushing it. 1,900 participants in Detonator. Again, we're growing by 50 to 100 players a day. And that's $3.7 million in locked liquidity that, again, is paid out to all the participants. So, wow, everybody, another incredible day. Did anybody win the lottery? I'd love to hear from a live winner. That would be amazing. If you did, make sure you jump on and interrupt me. But yeah, we'll jump right in. So, I don't know, Jake, he's been busy. I don't know if he's available now. And Demi, I'll let them have the floor. Jake, are you there, bro?
Yeah, hey AJ.
How are you, brother? Yeah, good, man. Good to hear your voice. I know we've had you locked in the basement coding, but yeah, man, we have a new contract coming, right? It's almost ready.
Yeah, I actually just messaged you the UI, so that's all pretty much completed. Well, at least the first version of it.
Awesome.
And it's just going to be some final testing before we set a launch date, I think, on that.
All right, sounds great, brother.
Everyone involved with it. I mean, you did awesome, AJ, with all the ETH you raised. I don't know how much you told everyone, but
yeah,
he has some amazing connections.
Yeah, absolutely. So we did a private round of raising some ETH, giving the whales the first opportunity to be in. I haven't released the actual numbers yet. We will this week. But it's basically a staking contract for ETH. It's ETH in and ETH out, and very low risk, but it will help us bolster our treasury, again, to not only increase our TVL, but to help stabilize the emissions of both EMP and eShare to really set us up for the future. So I think that, again, if this goes well, which it will, this could really solidify us as one of the most incredible DeFi projects out there. So again, if you're in VIP, you already have a heads up on what's happening. If we don't hit our maximum raise, we'll open it up to the main channel as well. But we're really excited for it to roll out. So yeah, Jake, anything else you want to add before we move on?
Nope.
All right, brother. I know you're also working on the UI with the new front end team too, correct?
Yeah, that's coming along. Really moving quickly on that. I don't know if we want to set a release date on that yet either, but we're targeting in a few weeks to a month max. So yeah, we're definitely moving along with that though.
Perfect, brother. All right, man. All right, back to your hole, brother. Back to the hole. Yeah, yeah. No, absolutely. Jake's been killing it. Again, we wrote this contract for a single staking from the ground up. We'll be able to tell you what it does in the background when we're ready to launch. But it's really powerful. It could be software as a service to other projects to help them manage their treasury as well. So we're super excited about that. So yeah, that's a little bit from Jake. Demi, are you there, brother? I don't know if I'll put him on the spot. If Demi's there, feel free to jump on, Dem, and tell us a little bit about our giveaway. We're doing a major contest, I think, on Twitter. Demi is our social media guy. Go ahead, Demi, you there?
Yeah, I am. So,
Hey, brother.
yeah, I'll tell you a little bit about the giveaway. We have it planned for 50 mil total value locked. And pretty much it's a sweep widget. So I'm sure you guys have seen that before. And pretty much it's just going to have a few variations where you can follow our socials, spread the word about EMP, and pretty much win 10,000 EMP.
Perfect.
So we're going to have that live pretty soon.
Yeah, brother, short and sweet. That's what I love, man. Again, we've been killing it on Twitter and Instagram. And so as soon as we hit 50 million TVL, another 10 million away, that we should be there in no time, especially if the market recovers. We're gonna launch that giveaway, and yeah, the prize pool is 10,000 EMP. So it'll be really exciting. And yeah, you get bonus points for doing specific things that help us grow, and we're really excited about that too. So awesome. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna jump right into questions. Again, yesterday was jam packed. One thing I did want to mention, if those of you that were not privy to the entire AMA, we did announce yesterday that we have confirmed our next exchange. So we're going to be on our next centralized exchange. I'm not at liberty to say who it is yet. Again, there's some non-disclosure agreements, and we have a whole marketing campaign that we're going to be rolling out. But the next major exchange has been confirmed, and we'll hopefully have that out in the next 2 weeks or so. And yeah, it would be. I can say it's not a Binance or a Coinbase. That hopefully that happens eventually, but it's a top 25 exchange that will really help get us again to the next level. So and centralized exchanges are, they're a necessary step in the growth of every crypto project. So we're already on CoinTiger. They had a very large Asian community, and this one will be even better. So yeah, just want to give everybody an update on that. Super bullish news as well. So yeah, Kurt, go ahead. I know you had a question, brother. You were my next guest. Yeah, go ahead.
It's actually on that topic.
All right, perfect, bro. Yeah, absolutely.
I was curious. I saw the announcement and stuff, and I was curious to ask you. Can you explain to me? Because how do I put this? Well, pretty much the mantra around EMP is don't sell EMP. Don't sell EMP. I'm curious. what's the thinking when we're now going to exchanges where people will be hopefully freely buying and selling EMP? Why is that good for the protocol overall when we're trying so hard not to sell EMP?
Yeah, no, that's an amazing question. And again, I think it's about perspective. So the EMP that is going to end up on centralized exchanges, that's EMP that's been bought off the market. Now, we may give a little bit to supplement as a marketing expense from the treasury, but the majority of that EMP is coming off the market. So there's a tremendous amount of buying pressure from that alone. And then, yeah, I mean, swing trading EMP, people are going to do that aren't, educated, or again, maybe they want to just buy EMP and hold it, just like they would with ETH and hope that, as ETH goes up, so does EMP. But really, it's a marketing play. So the daily volume of buys and sells, that's really not that big of an issue, because, they're not minting new EMP. The issue with the whole don't dump EMP, that's when you're minting new EMP from the boardroom and then dumping it. I mean, that is what destroys PEG. So this EMP is already in the ecosystem. It's already out there. So really buying and selling of EMP is not that big of a deal, and it's going to have a lot more eyeballs on the project, because people will see, all right, well, what's this EMP token, and hopefully get involved in the ecosystem. So
Right, right. Okay, that makes sense. I was just, that was going to be my follow-up question too, was where is this EMP coming from?
for sure.
And so you're saying that it's not being minted specifically for this. It exists somewhere in the treasury. Is that right? Or am I not getting that right?
Yeah, so part of our treasury is allocated for marketing and giveaways. I mean, again, that EMP can be free to use, and that plays into that single-sided ETH contract that I was discussing a minute ago. But yeah, I mean, and again, we don't have exact details yet of what they're requiring, but the majority of it is EMP that they actually buy off the market, and it locks up EMP. I mean, centralized exchanges, in order to have orders on their order books, that EMP is locked up. So again, it reduces the circulating supply of what is out there. So there really is no downside. I mean, again, if we were giving them all the EMP out of the treasury, and then that would maybe be a bad thing, but again, it's a mutually beneficial thing, and the majority of the EMP will actually be new buy orders of what's already out there, and the marketing is huge. I mean, this exchange is a top 25 exchange, so it could be really good for us.
Oh yeah, sweet. I mean, I didn't assume for one half a second that you would do anything that wouldn't be just amazing for the protocol. I
Yeah.
was just curious as to how it worked mechanically.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I mean, amazing question, because I get it. I know, it's like, well, what? Yeah, I understand your point for sure. And that again, I heard somebody else speaking about nodes the other day. So and to your point about, where does the EMP come from? So the only way to mint a new EMP is through our boardroom. That is the way it is. It's the way it always has been. It's the way it always will be. So the EMP from nodes, that is not inflationary. That is EMP that's already in the ecosystem. So nowhere else do we have any liquidity leaks as far as minting new EMP, other than the boardroom. And again, that's why it's so valuable to have e-shares to be able to get those EMP that are minted into the system. So again, there's a lot of misinformation out there, and that's why we encourage all of you to take the EMP Academy and dive in. And we're working on new videos as well. I had a meeting with Stephanie today and Crypto Mike, and they're gonna do some updates to our node video and our detonator video, as well as a few new videos as well. So that's in the works.
Hey Jay, so MR is next, but as long as you have the page open for Detonator, there's a question specifically about where you see your tickets. Someone named
Okay.
Carrie McKean question?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead, Kerry. Or is it on text or voice?
I'm sorry, it's on YouTube.
Oh,
So,
all right. Yeah, perfect. So let me. Yeah.
I can read it for you if you want.
Yep, please do. Thanks, Bull.
Okay, so it says, does anyone know where you can actually see how many tickets you have for the lottery? I noticed it's been mentioned. Make sure you have your tickets. Where do you see those if you added LP and compounded?
All right, awesome question. So yeah, and then I'm gonna stop my screen share so I can go over the questions as well. But so if you're on YouTube, you can see I just maximized it. So under lottery prize, there's a tab. You gotta hit it to make it expand, like that. And then right here you can see the value of each ticket price. Right now 0.15 LP, $14.21. And then here is the 50/50. Sorry, my mouse is going crazy. Right there. So that's where you can see what credit you've gotten for your compounding and your deposit. So again, 0.15 LP is one ticket with a maximum of 50 a day in a 24-hour cycle, and then you can get another 50 from compounding, and that LP is actually a little bit less because there's no tax. So you're saving on that. So it's about 0.12. It gets you one ticket for compounding. So that's the way to see what you're eligible for. And then right here is the total tickets a day. Right here, and that's been about 5,000, 6,000. I don't know, Bull. What was it today? Do you remember? Or yesterday? I guess technically.
It was approximately 5,000 today.
All right, perfect. And then yeah, you'll have it'll tell you your ticket count where it says 0. That will be that. So yeah, great question. Hopefully that helps. Again, you can look through. This is the Treasury wallet that I'm on. One of the team wallets that I manage. And you can see, what we've deposited. And if this wallet wins the lottery, that goes right back into the protocol. So root for this wallet to win the lottery. So in a sense, everybody wins the lottery that day. So that's already happened once, and we'll see if it happens again. So yeah, and then again, top depositor price. You can expand that. So yeah, that's some of the UI. And we have a list. If you look at our white paper for Detonator, there's a screenshot that has our UI and literally explains what everything on the UI is. Again, daily burst, share percentage, multiplier, all that. So yeah, I'm happy to go over more if you have questions. But we'll move on to the next thing. So all right, awesome. Let me go ahead and pull up my desktop and we'll keep going. Bull, you have any other questions from YouTube?
Not at the moment. I just wanted to mention the 50 deposit and 50 compound tickets. That number will actually, you'll see that number reduce as you add either through deposit or compound, and that will take place. Like you'll see your total tickets increase, but as you can only deposit 50 through deposit or 50 through compound, those numbers will actually count down as you compound and get tickets, or if you deposit and get tickets.
Yep, exactly, and that's a great way to keep track. Like if you, again, you can know how many tickets you've compounded for the day. It updates in real time. Killer. All right, let's see. Anybody else on Telegram? Feel free to jump in on voice. If you're on again, no microphone, feel free to type it in YouTube or the Telegram chat.
MR is up right now, AJ, and then Greg after him.
All right, awesome. MR, go ahead, brother.
I don't really have any questions. Just the AMA on the DGEMP protocol went really well, and keep killing it, EMP. We're definitely doing well.
Thanks, brother. Yeah, no, I appreciate you jumping on the AMA. I know my damn internet, man. I swear to God, I've never had internet problems in my life, and these squirrels. Charlie's gonna the inside joke of the squirrels. So anyway, yeah, my internet went out. So MR and Bull, you guys helped me answer some questions. So yeah, thanks for doing that, MR. You're again very knowledgeable on the protocol, and that's the beauty of this, man. I mean, the team, steers the ship, but the community is really the ones that are keeping us on course. So it's so refreshing to know that all of you have our back in all of this and can help, teach new people and, help the protocol grow on your own. So, yeah, thanks for everything, Emma. I appreciate it, brother.
Hey, just one other minor thing. Like I'm listening to this on my headphones right now, and compared to everyone else, your voice is really loud. So I kind of have to half take off my headphones and then put them back on when someone else is talking. Just a heads up.
Thanks. No, absolutely, bro. I appreciate that. Is that any better or no?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, sorry, man. Yeah, no, thanks for the heads up. So yeah, I know I gotta get my audio. I'm not a streamer. That's Mike's department. So yeah, thanks for the heads up. I'll work on that.
All right, man. And thanks for everything you're doing, by the way.
Yeah.
You've made me a lot of money.
Awesome, brother. That's what I like to hear. Yeah, you made yourself a lot of money, brother. We just put code on the internet. So again, no expectation from the work of others. I'm just trying to help my own bags, and if you guys are able to profit from that, then that makes me really, really happy. I know we had a caller on yesterday, 21-year-old college student, turned $1,000 into 22 grand, and man, that made me so hype on everything. To just know that there's the opportunities out there. It's just up to you guys to learn and to participate. So really really exciting stuff.
Also, lucky you mentioned the no selling EMP challenge, because I was just about to zap some EMP into the detonator, and you mentioned it. I thought, oh, that would actually that would be selling half of the EMP, so I didn't do it. But I was
Exactly.
looking forward to winning.
Perfect, brother. Yeah, hope you do, man. No doubt. So, all right, awesome. Yep, we're gonna draw the winners. Again, Lunas will do random number generator, and we'll pick the three winners in the next 24 hours. So, awesome. All right, who's the next bull? I think you said you had one more.
Greg.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know what? It hadn't occurred to me that. Um, so I guess so. My question's about the execute strategy functionality. I tried it out for the first time. It was awesome, and now I have a two-part question. So,
Yeah, no worries. Go ahead, Greg. Yeah.
by way of preface, I did use that execute strategy function for the first time. It was simple. It just basically pulls up four individual transactions in rapid succession. So each one you just kind of have to press approve on my ledger like I usually do. Um, and I was actually really impressed with the results. Like I invested I think about $1,000, and even with the price of Ethereum going down. And by the way, why aren't you guys protecting us from that 200 odd billion dollar? I forget the market cap. It's actually more than that. Come on, can't you manipulate the market still?
Yeah, yeah, brother. Yeah, no doubt. Like,
But ETH is going to have its ups and downs. I think we all know that. It's just awesome to be able to earn a yield on top of that. So it kind of evens out. It counterbalances the troughs and crests and
for
stuff.
sure,
But
for sure.
even after 1 week, I think my compounded value in eShares was something like $75, which is pretty freaking phenomenal for a week, like on any investment
Yeah,
period. So I'm like, the
absolutely.
way
Yeah.
yeah, thank you, yeah. The way I'm taking profits is I'll compound after a week, and then the next day I'll just claim and sell my eShares, and that's I think I got $10 off of that. But like again, like that's $10 on one day after on $1,000 is spectacular, especially since the nominal value of that thousand went down with the market. That doesn't matter. We're going to have ups and downs forever. But I know that just by and large, I have a lot of confidence that Ethereum is generally going to go up and to the right. So
Absolutely.
yeah, so like I found it super easy to use. So I wanted to give you guys a good report.
All right, yeah, no, thanks, brother. No doubt. The execute strategy really is, that easy button, so to speak. And yeah, I mean, Jake has optimized it as well. I know in the beginning there was some slippage issues, but now it seems like we've pretty much gotten rid of all of that. So yeah, the strategy is really well. It is a little unnerving, like you said, when you have seven transactions pop up. Just again, make sure you're reading, what the transactions are. But yeah, it will do it all for you, and it literally not only does it zap the tokens, but it literally makes the LP and deposits the LP exactly where you need it to be in the farm based on our recommended strategy. So yeah, it's a little unnerving, but once you use it once, it's really powerful.
That's awesome. Yeah. And I do have a little bit in the boardroom now, because I guess 20% of your it looks like the default strategy. There's sliders.
Yes.
It looks like the default strategy is to put 20% of your e-shares into the boardroom and then reinvest about 80% into the farm.
Yep.
So,
exactly. Yep. That's the default. I know. Again, if some people have nodes that are emitting EMP, they go a little bit less in the farms, because the idea is that well, I'm sorry, the other way around. If you have nodes that are emitting EMP, you want to have actually more in the farm, because you want to make sure that your e-share emissions are matching your EMP. So in other words, if you're not wanting to take fresh capital, or again, dump EMP, which is the worst thing you can do, you make sure you have enough e-share rewards and sell your e-share for ETH, and then now you can compound heavily into that EMP LP with essentially free EMP. So yeah, that's definitely the way to go. So
when it comes
repeat
to,
that, AJ. Repeat that.
yeah.
Everybody listen.
Yeah.
Bull.
Yeah.
Take a record. The person who's gonna transcribe that, take a record of that in red, and let AJ repeat about the zap button, the zap start button. It's really, really, really important for you to understand the balance between farms, boardroom, and the balance between your own farms. Thank you very much, all.
Yeah, for sure, Charlie. So let me repeat it one more time, because yeah, brother, we're getting this question a lot, and as new people come in, it's a lot. So what happens is people ape into the boardroom, and buy eShare and do exactly what we say not to do, and then they're producing all this EMP, and they don't have any fresh capital to utilize with this EMP, and it creates a negative feedback loop where they're dumping EMP, which is again what we say not to do. So that's something to start what not to do. What we suggest to do, and Maverick is working on a flowchart for us of this as well. We call it the infinite money loop, and what it is that you want to prioritize going into EMP ETH LP. So EMP ETH LP is number one. It's the king. It's what the entire ecosystem runs on. And you want to make sure you're heavily rated into that, so that your e-share emissions that you're getting out of the farm every day is enough to pair up with whatever EMP you're getting from the boardroom or from nodes. And with this, you're able to build your LP position again for essentially half price, because the e-share emissions are matching whatever fresh capital you need to pair up. So again, listen to that again if you need to. But that, if you understand that concept, and the majority of us do that concept, we are going to see one of the biggest TVLs in any algo project, period. So yeah, hopefully that helps. So yeah, Greg, sorry
actually,
to cut you off, bro. Right? But yeah, I'm not letting you get to your questions, man.
oh, dude.
But yeah,
Oh,
go ahead,
no.
brother.
Actually,
Yeah,
this is the very reason I ask these questions is because I it gives a chance to provide context to anyone new that might be listening in.
for
Fact,
sure.
so, dude, that's awesome. You did answer my question too, which that I was going to ask, which is, does the execute strategy function take the EMP from the boardroom and zap it in? And it sounds like yes, it does. That's it does withdraw and zap in that EMP, which is
So
okay.
yeah, so I to be honest with you, I don't think it actually claims the EMP from the boardroom. I could be wrong on that. But what it does is it does compound or rather withdraw for you in the farms because it's depositing new EMP. So the withdrawal function is automatically triggered whenever you add more LP in the farms. So you really could use the execute strategy as a compound button as well, as long as you're adding, say 0.01 new funds. It has to have something to add. But yeah, you could use that as a compound button as well. So, but I think that the EMP in the boardroom, that will just continue to accumulate, and you have to either withdraw that manually, or like you said. And yeah, I mean, zapping EMP directly, I mean, it's not as bad as, dumping EMP for eShare or these other really bad things for the protocol. So at the end of the day, if you're still between a rock and a hard place, and you don't again have enough fresh capital, zapping EMP directly, it is still somewhat okay because it adds liquidity, and that's really the most important thing, is that it builds our liquidity. But again, you wouldn't want to do that very often, and you wouldn't want to do that in large amounts either, because if you do zap like 10 grand of EMP, it will
Oh,
show up.
jeez.
Yeah, it will show up as a major red candle on the chart. So yeah, again, I mean, I'm just being honest. That zapping is not the best, but it's not the worst either.
Yeah, it's like I understand that the healthiest thing that one can do with the LP from the board, the EMP from the boardroom, is to pair it up with fresh wrapped Ethereum.
For sure.
So like that's kind of like the recommended thing, and especially if you're a whale, like if you have tens of thousands of dollars in this protocol, presumably you have a diversified portfolio. Just in general, consider bringing in fresh capital with those rewards. That's all good to know.
Absolutely. Yeah, and again, I mean, it's better if you're making a decision of, well, do I dump this EMP or do I zap the EMP? Then obviously zapping would be better because it keeps the TVL in the protocol. It's not taking your capital and leaving the protocol. So yeah, bro. Go ahead. Any other questions, Greg? For sure, man. Yeah.
That should be it from me. I'll just give my normal spiel. If there's anyone new listening in, honestly, this is quite above and beyond the friendliest, most thoughtful DeFi community I've ever seen. I mean, they're actually super good, even about if you go into the voice chat, you can just press the raise your hand button. They are super responsive on getting to you. You don't have to like fear pressing that mute unmute button. Like, okay, am I cutting someone off in this really warm tight knit community? That can be kind of a fear. That's not that doesn't exist here. No question is a dumb question. It benefits all of us to bring more people into the fold, to provide good information. Quite frankly, DeFi is still a bit of a confusing space. So we're all here to raise all boats. And, hey, there's nothing special about me, guys. Ask away.
Absolutely, Ray. No, 100%, bro. You're a shining example. Again, Jonathan Seller. I know you were exposed to us through him, and you become one of our. He's a great guy. He's still traveling. We speak behind the scenes. Once he gets back, we're gonna do a whole nother initiative on videos. And with my boy Mike. Mike, are you there?
Dude,
Speak of the devil. Yeah.
oh, can I say something to you, Mike?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
man,
when you did the interview with Jonathan Seller, I think the TVL was 14 million, and those two digits have swapped. It's 41. Well, it's almost 41 million. You know, so
it
it's like,
was 41
wow,
earlier. Yeah,
crazy
man.
stuff. Yeah.
Real,
I like to
real
joke,
talk.
you know. Yeah. I
Yeah,
like to
real
joke about
talk,
the
man.
Jonathan Seller boost. I mean, there's some truth to that, but you know, he's not going to boost a project unless it's on a very solid foundation in the first place. So.
For sure.
Well, I lured him out here for a reason, you know, wined and dined him, schmoozed him and boozed him. And, you know, we woke up with our heads pounding the next day and said, let's do this interview. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, it was really, it was sombering. And I've been talking to Jonathan for a few months prior, showing him how to moon farm, which is a strategy that I've coined that's just, you know, moon shopping with the house's money. So anytime you're making this passive income, and a project like EMP is doing it in such a different way. And, you know, from the early days, I saw the differences. And I've been in crypto since 2017, but I've really been in DeFi since the early DeFi days. And I've never seen a project with this much going on. And that can be really confusing. That's why I created the Academy. And we had that idea of doing that because said, look, I mean, with this much going on, people can get confused really easily. And I think people did. And I think that's why it took Tomb a little while before they exploded. But, you know, it really took Tomb. And really what I love, and I'll just mention this, I love the fact that we don't have a Harry. You know, if you guys know about Harry, yeah. He's the guy that put millions of dollars in a tomb to save it from disaster time and time again. We don't have that. And guess what? We've been above peg. I want to say, AJ, I don't know if this is accurate, but I want to say we've been above peg, if not the longest of any other algo project, the second longest for sure. There's not another project that's been above peg for as long as we have.
Yeah,
And I'm
for
not
how
saying
young
that
we
that's
are,
like,
for sure.
I don't want to like make that a big deal, guys. By the way, for anyone new, it doesn't matter if we go below peg. There's 7 ways to make money in EMP. So like going below peg is normal. It's actually healthy. I'm actually kind of like every day that we're not below peg, I go, oh my gosh, how is this happening? Like, because we're onboarding a lot right now. That's what's happening. We're growing and people are getting wind of the project and jumping on, right? So as long as we're growing at this pace, we'll remain above peg. Where it gets fun is when we drop below peg, because that's going to really test the community. And I think we're going to do great, just like we always have. We might lose a little bit of TVL. We always do. But at the end of the day, these big swings come from these projects that don't, so to speak, train their community. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, Jonathan saw that. And he said, dude, what do you mean AJ's on every day, an AMA every day? Every day. I was like, man, I could call him in the middle of an interview and he would answer. And he actually put me on the spot in that interview, right? And I like Jonathan because he comes from a place of like disbelief and questions first. He doesn't just jump into anything, where I've made that mistake too. Oh, I love this. Looks great. I'm in. And, you know, when you're making great passive income and you built yourself up to that, it's like, okay, I'll put, you know, a couple grand over here, a couple grand, you know, I don't think about it as much, to be honest with you, but I should. And AJ, you know that. You do the same. You make
For sure.
thousands of dollars a day. You understand what I mean. But when you're in a position like Jonathan, where he's somewhat new, he's got a new crypto bag he's building, right? And much like a lot of people that are new to crypto and new to this project, other projects, you know, they don't want to make a bad mistake. So I like the fact that he's coming from a place of like, you know, why is this good? Well, how is it sustainable? Well, what's the chance of getting hacked? Well, is it going to have the same down, you know, pitfalls as XYZ, you know, this project? So I like that. We got along really, really good when he was out here because he just asked those questions. And what's beautiful about EMP and we can go on and on about how great it is and everything. I know AJ, your ears are bleeding from everyone. How great EMP is great. It's great when it's up. Everything's great when it's up. Let's just keep that in mind, okay?
Totally
But
manage
it really
manage your
is
expectations, right? Yeah.
yeah, it's like it's great because we're up, but like realistically, it's honestly great because of the community and what the team has put together to the tools that we all have, right? And they continue to build. And now we have a community that's honestly smarter than the team. Like combined, this community is more powerful than this team, 100,000%.
Absolutely.
So now we have a community that's bringing us ideas on a daily basis. Our website, our new UI actually came from someone within our community. So how amazing is that, right? So we're finding people that like I don't know, man. This is like the early days of Doge to me. Like in my head, I'm thinking this is a cult. We're literally building a cult, And AJ, AJ's the perfect person for this, and it's because he always,
Hey Mike. You can't spell culture without spelling cult first.
You can't spell culture without spelling cult first. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Well,
it's a culture, man.
Yeah, I won't make you guys drink the Kool-Aid, I promise.
Right. By saying that, you all know that he already anyways. Yeah, so like I don't know, man. I think that there's so many great aspects to this project, and when I was doing videos in the early days, kind of like, I know there was some bullshit out there, and it's bullshit. So I had to put my name on the line and go to bat for this project because I know the truth. And the truth is I have, FaceTime with AJ and spoken to him directly and spoken to Jake directly. And I know the team directly. Like, you just know what you know. So anyone can say whatever they want, but I'm there and I know, And so at the end of the day, yeah, I think we have a huge opportunity, guys. I think 50 million is in sights. I honestly, I'm not going to sit here and price predict or anything like that, but I don't see any reason. And when I think of reasons, I think of FUD, I think of problems, I think of, exploits, issues, confusion, any of that. I don't see any of that happening. In the immediate future, not at all. And what I mean by that is a few months. Like, I don't see that happening. We already have our next 2 months planned out. We have more than that, but we already know the next 2 months are going to roll out as planned.
For sure.
And so in my head, I'm thinking, well, there's nothing to hold us back, because once you cross 50, that's a pretty big milestone. 50 million TVL is a pretty big milestone. And that it might be a point, there's different resistance levels. Maybe we find some resistance there. But I think once we do that, I really don't see any reason why we don't reach 100 and beyond. And honestly, I don't see any reason why we don't become the number one algo coin in the world, because at that point, you have to really ask yourself, what's the competition? And the competition is Tomb, which is amazing. We love Tomb. That was, it's almost like the, what do you call it? The Mr. Miyagi, Karate Kid becomes better than him at certain levels. So like passing it up, it would be almost like passing the torch in a way. And I think it needs to happen because there's no advancements in Tomb. There's not anything necessarily new that they're putting out. There's not even the new website was like, okay, like this wasn't really impressive. So I'm not saying anything bad about it. I'm just saying they're not really doing anything. So unless they do something spectacular, I don't see any reason why we shouldn't be the number one algo coin. So that's what I'm sort of looking at from my side. And I'm saying, well, why not have Jonathan review this? Why not have everybody review this? There's no reason not to. It's a solid project. And now it's becoming more and more undeniable because the community is proving its weight in gold, right? So, but yeah, I think at this point, I think it's still a head spin for a lot of people who are in at $14 million TVL. I think a lot of people in this chat, actually, most of you were there. And I think it's a little bit of a head spin. It's like 2 weeks and we're at almost, 45 million we almost hit. So it's like, I don't know, manage your expectations. Anything can happen. We're ready for anything. And let's just stay strong as a community, right? And keep doing what we need to do. I love what you guys were talking about, by the way, with the execute strategy function and all that is on point. So you know what we need to do, AJ, is I gotta have a few more videos added to the academy.
Yes,
so
absolutely, brother.
Yep,
Yep, I know we had a conversation in the army today. I tagged you, so when you get a minute, definitely look over all that. But yeah, I know you've been busy too. Again, Mike has been making moves that are gonna also benefit EMP. So we're all in together, guys. And again, we'll announce more on that when we're ready. But yeah, I mean, and Mike said it perfectly, and it's what I've alluded to a long time. It's like, whether you call it a cult, a community, culture, whatever you want to call it, what we're building here is so powerful. And to have a group of people with the weight that we carry behind us, I mean, Jesus, when we have a partnership, we bring hundreds and thousands of dollars with us where we go. And if we can continue that as a community and continue to grow that, there are going to be so many doors opened for EMP and its members that it's literally going to, like Mike said, make your head spin. Because that in DeFi and crypto, that is priceless. To have an educated community that can capitalize on opportunities. I mean, and that was really important to me too when we're building this, Mike. I know I told you from the beginning. It's like we want to have this where we can offer other opportunities.
Yeah, the whole idea is it's symbiotic, right?
Yes.
So any other thing that we bring on, we keep it in the family. It's all circle, right? And so it's not a pump and dump group, as we've kind of proved, right? If we were a pump and dump, we'd be gone by now because everyone's made a ton of money. You're able to dump your EMP right now. You don't see people doing it. Why? Because they understand that they're in this for steady passive income, which is so amazing because, like, even for me, I'm building out this other project on the side, and it's all about steady passive income and then using that income for moonshots. Call it moon farming, right? I think I said that. So, like, EMP is the perfect example of exactly what I want to bring new members into. And these new members are going to, I mean, these are people who want to learn what we're already doing and then have like other opportunities. So, these are people that are seeing an ad online on YouTube. You guys are going to see my ads, by the way. If you're on YouTube, you're going to see my ad. So be prepared for crypto Mike ads. But anyways, yeah, so these people are going to come into the mastermind and they're paying, thousands of dollars to get in. And one of the very first projects that I'm giving them that you guys have already, right? But you don't know what you don't know, but they need to know is EMP. And why am I bringing him over there? Why would I do that? Somebody who spent thousands of dollars coming in wanting to make passive income, because there's 7 ways to do it. So, like, why wouldn't I do that, right? Anyway, so yeah, and then bringing on other projects. There's other opportunities that open up, and as long as we maintain this humbled, sort of mentality as we gain TVL and get up to the $100 million range, which we will, I believe we will. We just have to remain humble. We have to remain strong. And as new members come in, we teach them the ways. And if we do that, I think we could be in a place where we're unstoppable. I mean, literally like unstoppable. And then these other opportunities that, come our way, they're just going to, the doors are going to open up. They already are. I mean, AJ, you're getting hit up, every other day with an opportunity.
Yeah.
It's what we turn down that is actually, more important than what we take, because we don't want to take everything. We want to take the opportunities that really, really, really matter. And yeah.
So. Absolutely, brother. No doubt. I mean, like I said, we're on the same page, and again, we're making waves. I spoke to my first ETH Genesis whale over the last few days. Again, trying to get them involved for our new treasury contract. Other institutional investments. Again, El Taco nodes. Hydro whales, they're investing in our protocol as institutionally. I mean, you guys don't understand what a big deal that is. I mean, maybe some of you do, I hope. But to have that confidence that other projects want to invest in us, that's next level.
Yeah, that's next level. By the way, I had a dinner the other night. It's actually my mom put it together. And it was really cool sitting around it was multiple billionaires there. And one of the guys at our table, forget his name. They want to take me out to dinner though and talk, because I told him a little bit about the EMP ETH opportunity. But this guy's a whale in Ethereum, so he actually bought. A whale in Bitcoin. Sorry, he bought Bitcoin in 2013. And at that time, he's a rich dude already. So he had 100 grand lying around. He threw it in. And he never sold, dude. I've never sold a dime. And like, I'm sitting there talking to him. I said, I got a question for you, man. He's like, yeah, what up? I was like, so did you sell? Because he told me he put 100 grand in 2013. I don't care. Like the top in 2013 was like, I want to say $1,000 or so. Like somewhere around
14.
there. Probably look it up. 1,400. Okay. So even if he bought at, 1,400, Jesus. This guy's got like $100 million now, So I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, he's got like, $100 million or so just in Bitcoin. And so he said, no, I never sold. And actually every, I don't know how this works, but he basically said, any money that's in my bank account that's extra, I just send it over there now to the Bitcoin account. And I was like, you are the coolest, he's probably 60, 65. Like, you're the coolest 65-year-old I've ever fucking met. And I just told him, like, you got to come over and check out this other project. And he was like, oh yeah, I don't really mess around with stuff anymore. He's not really into it. He just held. That's it. But I just thought that was pretty cool. And, that whole event was around a bunch of rich people. And it was really interesting because every other person I talked to, literally like 1 out of 3, I asked, because they find out I do crypto, right? And all of them had something to say about it. They're all in it. All of them were in it. They were pretty much all in it. There was only a couple of people I spoke to, and they were planning on getting in it. And so it was like, oh yeah, I got 3% in crypto. It's always this low. I got 2%, 3%, 5% of my portfolio. But so it just shows you what like the really wealthy people are doing. I bet you that the majority of the people that are in crypto are actually like those people, the more wealthy people, because they get it. They have their wherever their retirement fund or wherever they're at. Their guy is telling them, yeah, you should probably put like 2-3% into crypto. So I just thought that was interesting, and it just shows you how fast it's expanding. And it's just growing every day. So holder accounts, they're growing every single day. It's incredible. So we're on the cutting edge. We have a lot of room to go.
I have some growth for you here. We actually have the next 3 people on with questions are crypto gals. So
amazing. We love our crypto girls or gals. Yeah, ladies is more like it. So all right, yeah, go ahead. Mike, was that it, bro? I don't want to cut you off, man. But let's take a few more questions.
Oh,
go ahead,
no,
Mike.
Please keep. No, I didn't even see anybody with their hand raised.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, so Maggie's still around. And you got feedback on your mic, Mike.
Hey guys, I'm on a Teams call for work, so I can't stick around much, but I just wanted to say thank you, and I love EMP. It's awesome to be involved so early. I think this community is amazing. I've learned so much. AJ, Couch, Paulus, Bull, Marty, Charlie. There's so many people. I can't even name everybody, but I love how available you are and how much you've helped me learn everything, which is super unique in DeFi. But I'm about to present, so I gotta go. But thank you guys.
Yes, Maggie, no doubt. We're happy to have you, and it was a big day for Maggie. Everybody give her a round of applause. She was inducted into our EMP Army today. So she is now an Army General in the EMP Army. Again, she's going to be around helping. So yeah, Mag, congrats.
It should be the Air Force, but it's cool.
She's not Maggie. She's Lady Giga.
Oh, Lady Giga. Okay, sorry. Yeah, change your name. Yeah, totally.
Did I tell you my mom sent me a testimonial today out of nowhere. She sent it to me and she's like, so for all you mothers out there that are getting into crypto, I just want to let you know my son has been making money in crypto for a while now, and I kind of wrote him off. And recently he got me involved with this project. I put $4,000 in, guys, I'm at $14,000. And she like went off, and like I have the best testimonial from my mom right now.
That's amazing.
So it was all EMP.
Killer. Yes, we love our ladies in EMP. We built an amazing following of the best ladies in crypto over at EMP. So that's really exciting. So, all right, who's next, Bull?
Tatiana.
Oh, all right, go ahead, Tatiana.
I just unmuted her.
Oh, there she is. Yes, Tatiana, go ahead. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. And you? So
Wonderful.
I just want to say, I don't have any questions. I just want to say that I was listening to AMA today with the Tejin protocol, right? That you did earlier today.
Yes.
And it was really amazing. Congratulations on that. I think you did an excellent job because
Thank you.
it's like a weird bunch of people on that group, right? So
Yes.
and it really made me really proud to be part of this project, and I was just excited about EMP. I just want to join EMP again, after listening to that. So just congratulations. It was really good.
Thank you, Tatiana. No, that means a lot. I know you've been a longtime supporter. I saw your picture today of that keychain. And yeah, man, we have a lot of cool stuff that we're working on. LA, again, another one of our female crypto veterans is putting together some merchandise for us. So I'm gonna have her look into those keychains too. Yeah.
Yeah, the keychain is really cool. I sent all the details to LA, right?
Yes, perfect.
And the guy actually is producing the keychains, so we can just buy them directly from him. So
Amazing.
it's really cool.
Cool. Well, yeah, we're gonna have a whole merch shop, and yeah, we'll have some limited edition stuff that we buy, and then that you can only get through having EMP. So awesome, Tatiana. Well, thank you for being part of this.
Thank you, guys. Have a good evening.
All right, you too.
Thanks, Tatiana.
So Emily was up next, and I'm going to unmute Eric from yesterday.
Okay, perfect.
I don't see Emily in the chat anymore, but I'll go ahead and unmute Eric.
All right, yep, go ahead, Eric.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, brother? Yes, I mentioned you a little earlier. I don't know if you're around, brother. I gave a little bit of your story again, bro. I was like really impressed with that yesterday. So yeah, man, how are you, bro? You have anything you wanna add or questions? Feel free.
I wanted to go back on Mike's, how he was saying the community is so strong, because I don't know if the old time members remember, and the new time members can now learn what happened. But before we started this consecutive PEG wave, Couch started a challenge for 3 days to stay above PEG. And I know he put some of his money to get us over PEG. And the response to the community had to that challenge, we stayed over PEG at PEG was at 1.05 or 04 for the longest, and the community held PEG for a pretty long time, and then the whales started coming in, and then now we're printing for how many days? A whole month?
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, it's over 20. Bull, you're the analytics guy. I think it's over 22 days now. Yeah, it's been insane.
Yeah, it just shows how strong the community is, because most people could have just sold off their EMP and earnings, but how the community educates everybody and every new person, it has helped a lot in this whole printing wave.
For sure, brother.
Say that.
Yeah, Eric, no, you're absolutely right, bro. And again, that's the beauty of what we have, and it's what kills, all these other algo projects. And we talked about it a lot in the AMA on DGen. If you guys want to go back, I don't know if it was the recorded part or if it was part of the conversation afterwards, but we really did a deep dive, Bull and I, on why we're not pegged to a stable token. Because it really, with a stable coin, there's a lot of like psychology that goes into it, and there's really no upside potential. So, you get to peg, and now you're supposed to be at $1, and it's like, okay, now what? Like there's a lot more pressure when you go below peg, and then people panic when we're below $1, and they do they sell off. So yeah, to your point, Eric, exactly. We have the infrastructure in place, and Couch again. He was one of our original whales. Not to dox him, but he did when we were bleeding in the beginning, and we had some coordinated FUD. He stepped in. He did a buyback. The Treasury as well. I mean, the Treasury has done over $400,000 in EMP buybacks since the beginning. And that really kept us off the ground. And now our liquidity has been able to catch up to where, again, in the beginning with low liquidity, one little dump and it could really hurt the price. Now, as we're growing, we're building that concrete floor through our liquidity to where, we've seen $100,000 EMP dumps over the last few weeks. And really, it doesn't impact the chart that bad at all. So, and I know for a fact that there are literal whales just in the waiting room for when EMP does go down to be able to buy it. So, to have that in the ecosystem is amazing. Again, we don't rely on those whales. You have to rely on yourself to DCA when we do have a dip. But really, the only thing that can hurt us right now is a run on the bank where one major whale exits, there could be a substantial dump. But as long as the community is prepared for that and looks at it as an opportunity to again increase their position and a lot of smaller buys together, then we can withstand anything. So it's really bullish. So yeah, Eric, absolutely, brother.
I just wanted to point out a couple other things that I think that really have helped to, put us on a historic peg wave, right? It's that the community understands, right? The expectation is known, and you guys never shied away from telling us like, look, this is what is best for the protocol, and here's why it's best for the community, right? And if a development team isn't upfront and honest with the community doesn't know what to do, and so they're going to dump on one another. And the reality is the community is a reflection of the team telling us like, hey, look, this is how it works. This is how we've seen it as investors, right? Because you guys are all from Tomb and other algo projects where you saw things fail and you saw what succeeded, and you said it a number of times, and I just want to drive the point home is that
yes,
an educated community that can manage its expectations and emotions is an incredibly powerful weapon. So anybody that's out there that is making up, to be blunt, bullshit, that like this peg wave is fake, they're full of shit. And I normally don't speak that forcefully about people, but the reality is like, at some point, like I'll just stop holding my tongue about it because this person's full of shit. And the reality is that it's the community that has wielded expectation and its investment and its priorities in a singular fashion to get where we're at, because we were given the tools. You're given nodes. We're given information. We're given a roadmap. We're given honesty, and that's why the peg has been maintained. That's why the TVL is growing. So if somebody is out there saying, that it's artificial, they are effing lying, and that's the reality of it. The people here that have been here a while know who I'm talking about, and that person is free to DM me or talk to me. I'd be more than happy to have a genuine, honest conversation. But the reality is like, don't listen to people that are full of shit and are lying, because that ultimately that is exactly what somebody is doing. and we know from in the channel, we know how we have each other's back. And I'm not going to sit by and let somebody say a bunch of bullshit. Because, you know, they're trying to, you know, make some money off of FUD, or I don't even know what the ultimate goal is, but, you know, it's wrong. And at some point you have to put your foot down and stop people from doing the wrong thing and harming other people. And you know, this is just a form of BS bullying, you know, and using your platform to spread negativity. And everybody here knows that I'm a bridge builder, not a bridge burner. But you know, I'm never going to let somebody, you know, continuously lie and hurt other people either. So, just to rehash, everything.
Oh, we lost you, Bull. You there? I love it. Bull's fired up. Look out, everybody. I love it.
He's
So,
mad.
yeah,
He's mad.
I love it.
Yeah, sorry.
There he is. There
I had
he
some
is.
internet problems there,
All
but
right,
yeah, that was the end of it.
Was that it? You sure, Bull? I'm loving it, bro. I love the fired up mad bull. I don't see this very often. It's like when mommy and daddy are fighting, right? Oh my god, bro, I love it. Yeah, so go ahead, man. Was that it, Bull? Oh, I think he's gone again. All right, so yeah, just to reiterate on that, yeah, I mean everything again. The beauty of blockchain, everything is on the on chain. The data is there. You can see the treasury. There is no manipulation. I mean, you know, it's just somebody talking out their ass, and unfortunately, those that have platforms get more attention. But we're miles beyond all of that. So again, we're in an amazing position. And again, I mean, yeah, is it healthy to go below peg and ride the peg wave? Absolutely. But just because we're above peg and continuing to print, that doesn't mean that we're unhealthy. Again, as long as all of us are doing the right thing, I mean, what's wrong with printing forever? I mean, again, I have no problem with that. I mean, again, it's all about perspective. So, you know, what could happen is, you know, that the inflation is out of control. But that will never happen because of the way the boardroom works, and we're not just able to mint tokens out of thin air. So, and again, nodes are not inflationary. That EMP from nodes is already in the ecosystem. They're not producing new EMP. It's just a way to have the circulating supply locked up. And Detonator, I mean, again, that's why I think we are so far above peg and maintaining above peg, because Detonator is a game changer. To have that LP on top of the ecosystem locked up, it's just incredible. And again, you know, we have a solid floor, and then we have over, like, I think we have between Beefy, Autofarm, and Yield Wolf, we have like $5 million in the auto vaults. That is a massive amount of buying pressure on EMP every single day. So of course we're going to be above peg. You know, I mean, it's just it's math. And again, I mean, I know a lot of us get fired up. I love the enthusiasm, and yeah, I mean, again, we're killing it. So don't let other people try to FUD you out of your bags. So, all right, Bull, you back? I'm sorry, man. Yep.
Oh yeah. No, I don't know. I was just having some internet problems. Maybe it was just censoring me. I really don't know.
Yeah, totally,
But
bro.
the reality is like I care about the project and I care about the people here and I care about the team, right? And that it's just wrong to sit idly by and you know and not protect your family. And that's what somebody's doing if they're spreading, you know, BS FUD.
100%.
And I'm just saying this because I know I had two conversations last night with people like in they were in the chat, and then we took it to DM and I explained exactly what happened, and then they ended up deleting the conversations, and then they started spreading FUD in the main chat after I went to sleep. And so, you know, just that being said, like I know that's what sort of brought it to my attention, and so that's why I'm a little fired up about it, because it's just disrespectful to waste a person's time like that. You know,
Totally.
because I want to be honest and genuine to everybody, and take my time to answer every question, and then just to agree with me in DM and then disregard what I said and then start posting BS. So I don't appreciate that. So
No, but that's bad though. That's bad because you need to own your decision. If someone said to you face to face, I'm agree with you, and then behind your back they do something different, we have to fuck that person up. It's not. It's totally untrustworthy. And trust is the most important thing in any relationship, with your father, with your mom, with your peers, with your wife, with your husband. Once trust is broken, there's point of no return, bro. Just tell me who it is, and we'll fuck that people up.
I love it. We're gonna fuck them up, couch. Hell yeah. So yeah, no doubt, guys. And again, I mean, we like Bull said, we're bridge builders. You know, we have nothing but love. But at the end of the day, if somebody's just gonna come in and blatantly FUD, then you got to put them in their place. And we ban them or delete them or whatever we got to do. And again, argue with facts. I mean, the beauty of blockchain is that there is data that is inarguable. So again, and again, if like Bull said, don't there comes a point where you just don't waste your time because it's just not worth it. And again, I mean, the chat overall has been really great. And as we grow, I'm sure it's gonna get worse before it gets better. But again, the haters are gonna hate, and that means that we're doing something right. So yeah, absolutely.
okay, I'm calm and collected now, and so Don Mack is up next on the question block here or comments.
All right, go ahead, Don.
Thanks, guys. Hey, so I put the EMP ETH LP in the vault, and I'm curious because it shows a historic rate of APY, and it looks like every hour there's a different rate, so I can see the chart how it moves. Is that how you get? Is that how you earn? Is it like every hour that's the rate that you get paid?
Are you talking about the auto vaults, Don and Beefy?
Yep.
Yeah, so that rate is gonna vary. That's a variable rate every 2 seconds. Every time
Okay.
so it's dependent on the price of eShare. So the higher the price of eShare, the higher your APY or APR. So
Okay.
yeah, that's how it's calculated. And
Yeah.
hopefully that helps, bro. And yeah, it's updated
Yeah.
every block, every 3 seconds it's updated because it directly relates to the price of eShare.
Right. So I can see it came down a little bit today because eShare came down a little bit today.
Yep, exactly,
So
brother. You got it. Yep, and that's again, it'll ride the price of eShare, as well as overall market conditions as well. There's some wiggle room there for sure. But yeah, but on the flip side, when eShare rockets, you're gonna see your daily APR just fucking moon.
Oh, wow.
So yeah,
Nice.
for sure.
All right, so I got another question I watched SK Crypto K's video, which was great.
Yes, absolutely.
As you guys have commented. And at the end, though, he showed some of the images for the new website. And I developed this healing tool that's a dodecahedron. And I was curious because in the image, they showed this golden, Icosa dodecahedron, and I was just curious who came up with that.
Yeah, so that was a graphic from Julius, one of our designers. He created all that, all the animations. I mean, everything. The UI. He's been doing everything. So he was on the AMA yesterday or a day or two ago. But yeah, his name is Julius, and you can probably find him in the chat if you want to DM him. Yeah. So yeah. I don't know where he came up with it, but again, it's cool. A lot of our stuff is geometric based. Again, the hexagons and whatever you said, dodecahedron, all that stuff.
Dodecahedron,
yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm excited to be on this journey with y'all.
Yeah, awesome, brother. Well, we're happy to have you, and again, man, thanks for your support, and shout out to SK Crypto K again. Literally, I mean, I'm not blowing smoke up his ass. I mean, it was one of the most best put together videos because it's complicated as fuck. I mean, there's a lot going on, and he did an awesome job about breaking it down pretty simply. So, and yeah, we'll be working with you guys for the foreseeable future for sure. So
yeah, absolutely. Thanks again, AJ and guys.
All right, Don. Yes.
Thanks. I missed the peg dance.
I know. Yeah, we just hit peg too, guys. What are we at? Right over almost 1,000 APR. Still printing like a madman. Again, just looking so healthy. So, Matru, you there? Are you up next, or who's next?
I was just going to add, sorry, I'm outside, so it might be a little bit noisy in the background. I was just going to add to the farm.
Kangaroos and stuff.
Don, Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's kangaroos and snakes and crocodiles. Just a normal walk. I was just going to add to the discussion about the farm and how the APR can be affected. So with the farms, yes, the price of each that'll dictate the APR. Also, the volume of TVL in there. So when people keep on adding money into the farms, the APR can be affected unless the e-share price rises more than the TVL does in the farm. So normally what you get is when more people put money into the ETH-EMP LP, the APR might drop. However, because of e-share price, on an upward trajectory, and we'll see that, we'll see that over the next few months, that'll help maintain a healthy APR even as the TVL grows. But one interesting aspect about the ETH-EMP farm is that normally when you get a farm, sometimes the TVL can grow because the value of the tokens have grown. So let's say ETH goes on a pump, and that will rise the TVL in the ETH-EMP farm because the value of ETH and EMP, because it's pegged to ETH, goes up. And you might think, well, now the value of that's gone up. Yes, I've got more in my capital in terms of in the farm, but maybe the APR will drop. The great thing about the ETH-EMP farm and why the APR would actually not drop is that if we see a pump in ETH and EMP, the value of your tokens in the farm will go up. However, the value being emitted in the boardroom will also go up because it's emitting EMP, and EMP is pegged to ETH, and ETH is on a pump. So with the EMP being emitted into the boardroom now more valuable, it then makes the APR in the boardroom higher, which then will increase the value of E-shares. So it will send E-share price up because the APR in the boardroom is looking so attractive. As E-shares price goes up, then the APR in the farm will also go up to meet the increase in the value of the ETH-EMP LP because ETH is on a pump. Hope that makes sense. Ask questions if it doesn't.
Yeah, absolutely, Matru. Thanks, brother. Again, our resident math guru, Don, I hope that helps you a little bit more. And yeah, forgive me for not diving a little bit deeper. But yeah, and that's probably why we saw eShare go down a little bit over the last 24 hours because, the EMP that's being produced in the boardroom is worth less on a dollar value. So again, everything is cyclical, and that's why, again, we always try to recommend, to focus on the actual LP numbers rather than the dollar value, because, again, the dollar value is going to swing so much, but especially in Detonator, as long as you're accumulating more LPs, that is really what you want to be focused on, because, again, in 6 months, another year, ETH could triple, and then the dollar value, it just gets to be mind-blowing. So, yeah, absolutely, Matru. Anybody have questions with that?
No, but I will dovetail into that quickly.
Yeah,
with the rise in the price of E-shares, right? And the dip in the price of ETH, it is the perfect time to strengthen your position in the LP, in the EMP ETH LP, because long term, that is going to in the short time, it is going to attract more people to join EMP because they'll see that higher TVL and higher liquidity. But longer term, it will protect your investment, and it will also encourage price appreciation for E-shares.
Absolutely. Awesome. All right. Anybody else? We're gonna again. This was gonna be a short one, but there's a lot of great conversation today. So happy to let it go late. Let me do a few rapid fire real fast, just from YouTube and some of the other questions. Somebody asked about the multiplier on Detonator. So yeah, there is a multiplier on Detonator. What that means, it's a mechanism that we can implement if we need to. The pool balance has been growing so healthily that nobody ever even talks about the detonator or the multiplier, or their burst being reduced now that we've also updated that for compounding. So it's funny when things are going bad, people are the loudest. When things are going good, we never hear about it again. But it's all good. So the multiplier is something that we can implement. If we start seeing the pool balance drain, there's more claiming and compounding. We have the ability to implement a multiplier, and this would be a very small percentage that actually gives you a little bit more bang for your buck when depositing new funds. So say you deposited $100, the multiplier would allow you to have $105 in value, or $110 in value. Again, we would probably never go that high of a percentage, but just for easy math purposes. And what this does is it's going to encourage an entire new wave of new capital coming into the protocol, Detonator specifically. So we have a lot of levers that we can pull to make sure we stay healthy and we stay sustainable. And a lot of other projects have had amazing results with these multipliers, but they implement them too early. And having them be variable like we have, we're able to avoid the dilution, because if you start the multiplier too early, then those of you that are still good actors and compounding and doing everything you should be, you're being diluted at an incredible rate. So again, multipliers can be really powerful, but you have to use them properly, and that is something that, again, EMP is the only one that is doing that. So again, hopefully that answers that. Somebody said if I'm a very small minnow, only about 100 or 200 bucks to get started, what do I do? So that no matter what the size of your bag is, whether it's 100 bucks or $1 million bucks, the strategy is the same. So we recommend 80% into EMP LP, and go right into the farms and use your E-shares to take profit or continue to build your position. So all right, those were the two I had. I think that's it. So any other utility for EMP? Again, the earning mechanisms is the utility as of right now, and then moving forward, the idea is that we give EMP so much use case that you make more money holding it than selling it. So that's our 10-year roadmap. So EMP will have many use cases. All right, I think that's it. Anybody else on voice? Time for one more, or we're gonna wrap it up?
No, I think that was a real slammer there, AJ. I mean, that for a short one, I mean it, quite long and a lot of good stuff in there.
Yes, we covered a bunch today, guys. So again, not too many updates, but a lot of great strategy and discussions. So yeah, that's what the AMAs are all about. So I'm gonna try to be available tomorrow for the AMA. Again, maybe a short one, and then the day after that, I may take a night to spend with my wife. So I still have a wife. And then yeah, we'll continue. So all right, guys. Again, appreciate all the help with Bull today. Thanks for helping me with the AMA and all the other community members that came over to the AMA. Again, we're all in this together, so I appreciate the help, helping, again, educate people and spreading awareness of EMP. So, all right, guys and gals, always happy to see you, and we'll do it all over again tomorrow. So, good night, good day, see you tomorrow.